She woke to the sound before she understood what it was. A baby. Thin, sharp, cutting through the night. She sat up fast, heart pounding, eyes searching the dark room. The house was silent, only the cry, drifting from outside. She pushed off the quilt, bare feet hitting the cold floor. Her breath trembled. "No," she whispered. Her voice cracked. "That ain't real." The cry came again, longer, louder, from the barn. She stumbled for her boots, then stopped. Her hands shook too much to lace them. She shoved the door open barefoot, the air biting her skin. The yard lay washed in pale moonlight, her eyes fixed on the barn. The sound came again, high, broken. A baby. She whispered, "Lord, help me." The barn door was shut. A shape blocked it. A dog. Large, rough-coated, head low. Its teeth gripped something. She squinted. Her stomach dropped. A boot. Torn leather, cracked sole, the stitching she'd mended years ago. Her husband's boots. Her knees almost gave out. "No." She whispered it again, louder this time. "Number that ain't possible." The dog growled low, deep in its chest. The sound rumbled across the yard. "Move," she said. Her voice shook. "I said move." The dog didn't move. Its eyes glowed in the dim light. Its jaws tightened on the boot. The baby's cry rose sharper, echoing inside the barn. She pressed her hands against her face. "There ain't no baby in there. There can't be." The dog's growl deepened. She whispered, "That's his boot." God above, that's his boot. She took a step closer. The dog bared its teeth, holding tight. She stopped, hands raised. All right, I won't take it. Just let me through." The dog lowered its head. "Please," she said. Her voice cracked. "There's a child in there. Don't you hear it? Please." The dog's ears twitched. The boot dangled from its jaws. The cry cut sharper, like a knife sliding through her chest. She flinched. "I can't stand it." Her throat burned. "It ain't real. It ain't real." She bent forward, whispering fast like prayer. "Ain't been a baby here for years. Not since." She stopped herself. Her breath came ragged. The dog barked once, sharp and violent. She jumped back, her heel hitting the dirt. The boot swung in its jaws. "Where'd you get that?" Her voice rose. "Tell me." The dog's head tilted. Its eyes stayed locked on hers. Her chest shook. "That's his boot. My man's. He's dead. You hear me? Dead. You shouldn't have it." The dog barked again, louder. Its body pressed against the barn door. She whispered, "What's in there?" The baby wailed again, a long, gasping cry. She felt it in her bones. Her hands pressed against the barn door. She tried to shove it open. The dog lunged sideways, slamming its body into the wood, blocking her. She stumbled back. "Why are you stopping me?" She shouted it, her voice breaking. "What's inside?" The dog growled, lips curling. She stared at the boot again. The leather was wet, dark. She thought of blood. Her stomach turned. "No." She whispered it to herself. "No." She remembered the day they buried him. The coffin, the lowered rope, the dirt falling hollow. The sheriff stood stiff. The governor's men watched closely. They said his body was burned badly, said she couldn't look, only gave her a folded flag and one boot, the left one. She never saw the right. Until now. Her knees trembled. "You shouldn't have that." The cry inside rose again, louder than before. It filled her chest, made her breath catch. She reached out. The dog growled harder, teeth flashing white in the dark. She pulled back, whispering, "Fine. Keep it. Just let me in." The dog didn't move. Her tears slipped hot down her face. "I hear it. You hear it too. Don't tell me I'm mad. Don't tell me I'm dreaming. That's a baby crying." The dog lowered its head and pressed the boot against the dirt. Still growling, still guarding. She shook her head. "Whose child is it? Why here?" Her voice fell to a whisper. "Why tonight?" The barn creaked. Something shifted inside. Straw rustled. The baby's cry choked, then broke into silence. Her heart froze. She leaned forward, listening hard. Nothing. She whispered, "No. No, don't stop." She pressed her ear against the barn door. "Cry again. Please." Silence. The dog's growl faded. It stood still, holding the boot again. Its eyes never left her. Her chest heaved. "What do you want from me?" The dog blinked slowly, like it understood. She sank to her knees, dirt cold beneath her. Her hands clutched her face. Her sobs came low, sharp, pulled from the gut. He's dead. He's gone. Don't bring this back to me. Don't. The wind shifted. The barn door rattled soft, as if from inside. She froze. Her head lifted. The cry came again, faint, thin, like a newborn's breath. Her body jolted. She pushed herself up, pressed both hands against the door. I hear you. The dog stepped closer, pressing its body tight against the wood again. Its eyes were wet now, shining. She whispered to it, voice broken. You guarding me, or you guarding it? The baby wailed again, high and piercing. Her throat closed. Her hands shook against the door. The dog barked once more, sharp. The sound cut through her chest. She whispered, let me see. The dog didn't move. The cry inside faded into small hiccups, then silence again. She leaned her head against the wood, tears sliding down. Please, she said. The word was soft, almost gone. Please. The dog breathed heavily. Its jaw loosened. The boot slid from its mouth, falling into the dirt with a hollow thud. Her eyes locked on it. The leather gleamed wet. She stepped back, chest heaving. She whispered, that's his. The dog growled again, pushing against the door. The baby's cry tore out again. Louder, close. She screamed this time. Let me in. Her fists pounded the wood. The door shuddered but did not open. The dog's teeth flashed again. The boot lay between them both, in the dirt, waiting. She couldn't take her eyes off it. The old leather worn thin at the heel, the scuffed toe, the stitching she patched one winter night when he limped in bleeding from the fields. The right boot, the one they told her was burned with him. Her chest tightened. Her hands trembled. That's his, she whispered, her throat locked. That's my man's. The dog's jaw clenched tighter around the leather. Its growl rolled low, steady. Give it here. She took a slow step forward. You hear me? Drop it. The growl deepened. The sound shook her ribs. Her breath came fast. I said drop it. The dog bared teeth, pressing its body harder against the barn door. The baby's wail lifted again inside, a thin, desperate cry. She flinched. God help me. Her knees shook. What's happening here? The dog shifted its paws, eyes fixed sharp on hers. The boot swung, dripping something dark onto the dirt. She stepped closer, voice breaking. Where'd you get it? Tell me. Her hand reached out. The dog snapped the air with a violent bark. She jerked back, clutching her chest. Her voice cracked. Why are you stopping me? The dog's tail flicked once, low and stiff. It crouched, still guarding. She wiped her face with a shaking hand. Her tears mixed with dirt. That boot was buried. They gave me one. Just one. Said the other was gone with him. Said I couldn't see him 'cause the fire took him whole. Her voice dropped. But here it is, right here, in your teeth. The dog growled again, louder, like it understood and refused her. Her stomach twisted. You're lying. She pointed a finger at it. You brought it here to torment me. The baby's cry tore sharper through the barn walls. She staggered, clutching her ears. Stop it! Stop! Her voice turned wild. There is no baby. Don't you hear me? There ain't. The dog barked once hard. The boot thudded against the wood, leaving a smear. She whispered, or is there? God help me. Is there? Her hand trembled as she reached again. The dog snarled, teeth flashing white. She froze. She whispered, I loved him. I buried him. Don't do this to me. The cry inside rose again, desperate, gasping. She pressed her forehead against the door. That ain't real. That can't be real. Her voice softened, breaking. I hear you. I swear, I hear you. The dog's growl cut lower, rumbling like thunder beneath the earth. She dropped to her knees in the dirt, staring at the boot. You shouldn't have it. Nobody should. The dog stared back. Its eyes glimmered with wet light. Her hand hovered inches from the leather. Her voice cracked. Please, let me hold it. The dog growled again. Louder. She pulled her hand back quickly, sobbing. Her mind raced back to the grave, the wooden cross, the sheriff's words. Too burned to see. Don't look. The folded flag in her lap. Her own scream muffled the earth. She shook her head hard, pressing her palms to her temples. You lied to me. Her voice cut sharp through the night. All of you. The baby wailed again. Louder, stronger. She screamed back. What do you want from me? Her voice cracked until it was barely sound. Tell me." The dog barked, short, fierce. The boot fell to the dirt with a dull thump. Her chest lurched. She reached for it, fast. The dog lunged, snapping its teeth inches from her wrist. She gasped, falling backward into the dust. Her breath tore out in sobs. Her voice trembled. "Why won't you let me?" The dog stood over the boot now, paws planted, guarding. Its body is stiff, ears low. She whispered, "That's his blood on it, ain't it?" The baby's cry faltered into whimpers, then silence again. Her heart hammered. She pressed her fists into the ground. "Don't go quiet. Don't you go quiet." Silence stretched heavily. The barn groaned in the night wind. She looked up at the dog. Its breath steamed, steady. Its eyes never left hers. Her whisper came weak. "Are you keeping me from the truth?" The dog shifted its paws. The boot dragged across the dirt, leaving a smear. Her tears fell hard, streaking down her face. "I can't bury him twice. I won't." The cry inside came again, faint, fragile, barely there. Her body shook. She clutched her chest. "I hear you, little one." The dog snarled, louder than before. Her eyes hardened. She shouted at it. "That ain't your boot. That's mine. That's my husband's. You hear me?" She lunged forward, hands out. The dog snapped again, teeth clashing inches from her fingers. She fell back, choking on breath. Her voice rasped. "Fine. Keep it. Keep his ghost. Keep his blood." The baby wailed again, louder than ever. She screamed with it, her voice raw, echoing through the night. Her fists pounded the dirt. "Why me? Why now?" The dog barked sharply. It kicked the boot closer toward her, not surrendering but taunting. Her body froze. Her hand hovered. The dog stared hard, unmoving. She whispered, "You want me to take it?" The baby's cry faded into hiccups, then stopped. Her breath caught. She reached slow, trembling, fingers brushing the cracked leather. The dog lowered its head, growling low, but not striking. Her hand closed around the boot. Warm, sticky. She lifted it slowly. Her chest caved. Her whisper was almost gone. "It's real." The dog's growl stopped. The barn creaked again. Something moved inside. She held the boot tight against her chest, sobbing into the leather. "He's gone. He's gone." The dog stepped back from the door, silent now, watching. Her tears smeared against the boot. "Why bring this to me?" The barn rattled. The cry came again. Her eyes shot wide. She pressed the boot close, whispering hard, "I'm coming. I swear it." She pushed herself to her feet, boot clutched tight. Her bare toes dug into dirt. Her breath tore sharp. The dog stood aside, eyes never leaving her. She pressed her hand against the barn door. The wood shook beneath her palm. The cry rose one more time, clear, piercing. Her whisper broke in the night. "Hold on." She pressed her palm flat to the barn door. The wood shuddered beneath her hand. The cry inside rose sharp, jagged, cutting through her chest. She pushed hard. The hinges groaned. The door barely shifted. The dog lunged sideways, slamming its body into the wood, blocking her. She shouted, "Move!" The dog's growl rumbled deep, a sound that pinned her in place. She shoved harder, shoulder-braced. The baby's wail climbed higher, choking, desperate. "Let me through!" Her voice broke raw. "Don't you hear it?" The dog snapped its teeth, muzzle inches from her wrist. She flinched back, chest heaving. "Please," she whispered, "it's a child. I hear it. You hear it too." The dog's eyes stayed locked on hers. Its body pressed tight against the crack in the door. She shoved again. The hinges screamed. The cry inside pierced louder. She gasped, tears streaking her face. "I can't leave it in there." The dog growled louder, lips curled. She whispered, "Why are you keeping me out?" The dog barked once, sharp. The sound rang across the yard. Her breath shook. She pressed her forehead to the wood. "Please, I lost him. Don't make me lose this too." The cry faltered, then rose again, trembling. Her voice cracked. "It's dying in there. Don't you hear?" The dog snarled, blocking tighter. Her hand struck the door hard. "Damn you!" She screamed at the beast, at the barn, at night. The dog snapped again, its bark splitting the air. She staggered back, clutching the boot to her chest. Her voice trembled. "I buried a man. I won't bury a child." The baby's cry broke into ragged sobs. She dropped to her knees, dirt cold beneath her. "Let me see. Please. I'll do anything." The dog's growl softened, but it didn't move. She whispered faster, near prayer. You're not real. None of this is real. But if you are, if you're sent for me, let me in." The door rattled as if something struck from the inside. The baby wailed louder, rattling her bones. She gasped, clutching her chest. "It's alive! It's alive!" The dog barked again, forcing her back. Her tears fell hard. Why guard a ghost? The animal pressed closer to the crack, body rigid. She shouted, voice jagged, "You can't stop me forever!" Her fists pounded the wood. Splinters bit her skin. She shoved again and again. The hinges creaked but held. The dog's snarl filled her ears. She dropped her head, whispering low, "You think I'm scared? I ain't. Not of you, not of ghosts. I've lived with worse." The baby's cry tore through again, shrill, unbroken. Her voice snapped. "Hear that? That's no ghost. That's flesh, blood." The dog's growl cracked into a bark, hard, fast. She lunged forward, hand slipping past the gap. Her fingers brushed straw inside. She reached further. The dog snapped its teeth, clamping just short of her arm. She yanked back with a scream. Her breath shook. "Why won't you let me?" The dog's eyes glimmered in the moonlight, unblinking. She whispered, "Are you guarding it? Or me?" The cry inside wavered and fell to hiccups. Her chest twisted. "Don't stop. Please, don't stop." She slammed both fists against the door. "Cry again." Silence. Her knees gave. She slid down the wood, sobbing. Number, don't take it." The dog's growl softened, almost gone. It stood still, ears low. She pressed her face against the wood, voice hoarse. "I can't lose another, you hear me? I can't." The barn creaked again. Straw shifted. The cry returned, faint but alive. Her body jolted. She clawed at the door, pulling, shoving. "I'm coming." The dog snarled once more, blocking firm. Her voice cut ragged. "Then kill me. Tear me apart. I won't stop." She shoved with all her weight. The door groaned but held. Her shoulder burned. Her arms shook. The cry rose higher, as if answering her. She pressed her cheek to the wood. Her whisper cracked. "Hold on." The dog's breath steamed against her skin. She stared into its eyes, inches away. "Move," she whispered. The growl lingered. The baby wailed again. Her tears slid fast, mouth trembling. "I'll save it, even if I die." The dog blinked slow. Its growl faded into silence. She froze. Breath held. The baby's cry tore sharper, louder. She shoved again. The door shifted an inch. Cold air spilled out. The dog barked once, then stepped sideways. Not far, just enough. She stared at it, chest heaving. "That's right," she whispered. The cry inside broke into gasps. She pushed harder. The door creaked open a sliver. Dark straw glowed faint in the moonlight. The dog stood close, watching, silent now. Her breath tore from her. She whispered, "I'm coming, little one." The cry wavered again, desperate, alive. She shoved once more. The wood groaned. The gap widened. Her fingers slipped inside. The dog stood still, body tense. She pressed her face near the crack, tears streaking her cheeks. "I hear you." The cry filled her ears, sharper than ever. Her whisper broke. "Mama's here." The sky bled pale at the edges when she heard the hooves, slow, dragging steps across the hard dirt road. She gripped the barn door with one hand, the boot with the other. Her eyes burned from a night without rest. The baby had gone quiet again, but the silence pressed louder than the cries. The horse stopped, a man's voice, carried low. "You hear it too?" Her heart jolted. She turned. A stranger sat slouched in the saddle, coat heavy on his shoulders, hat low, his leg bent wrong, stiff in the stirrup. He swung down slowly, wincing as his boots hit the ground. His limp dragged him toward her yard. She called out sharp, "Stay back!" He raised his palms. "I mean, no harm." The dog growled deep, fur bristling as it stepped closer to her side. The man stopped, eyes fixed on the barn. "I heard a baby crying." Her voice cut fast. "From where?" "Out past the creek." His breath came heavy. Sound carried far. Her hand tightened around the boot. "Then you know it's real." His eyes flicked to what she held. His brow furrowed. "That's old." Her voice hardened. "It was buried." He looked at the dog, then back at her. "Have you opened the door yet?" She shook her head. "Something don't let me." The baby wailed again, faint but clear. The stranger flinched. His hand twitched toward the sound. She snapped, "Don't you step closer." He froze, breath fogging in the cool air. "You don't belong here," she said. His eyes narrowed. "Neither does that sound." The dog stopped growling, ears flicking, nose lifting toward the barn. Her voice dropped to a whisper. "Why are you here?" He shifted his weight, grimacing at his limp. "Couldn't sleep. I thought I was losing my mind. Followed the crying. Lead me here." Her hands shook. "Men don't follow cries like that unless they know more." His mouth tightened. "And women don't guard barns all night unless they're hiding something." Her chest heaved. "I ain't hiding a thing." He looked at the boot again. "Where did you get it?" Her voice cracked. "The dog brought it." The stranger's face twitched, unreadable. "You know whose it is." Her throat closed. She clutched it tighter. "He's gone." The stranger's gaze slid back to the barn. "Maybe not." She stepped forward, blocking his view. "Don't say that." The baby cried again, louder. Both of them turned, frozen in place. The stranger whispered, "Alive." She shook her head hard. No, it can't be." The dog moved closer to him now, not growling, just watching. Her stomach dropped. "Why's it letting you near?" He didn't answer. His eyes stayed on the barn. She barked, "Answer me." Finally, he looked at her. "Because it knows me." Her chest tightened. "That dog's not yours." He shook his head. "But it remembers my scent." Her voice trembled. "Who are you?" He said nothing. He limped closer, slow, eyes never leaving the barn. She shouted, "Stop!" The dog didn't block him. It stepped aside. Her breath came ragged. Why trust it? The stranger's jaw clenched. "Same reason the crying led me here. We're tied to it." She gripped the boot so tight her knuckles whitened. "Tied how?" His eyes flicked to the leather in her hands. "You know." Her voice cracked into anger. "I know nothing but lies." He whispered, "Then it's time for the truth." The baby's cry rose sharp, rattling the boards of the barn. She pressed her back against the door. "You don't come closer." I swear he lifted his hands again. "I only want to hear it. That's all." The dog sat now, silent, watching them both. Her tears blurred her vision. I buried him. "Don't make me believe differently." The stranger's face darkened. "Burials don't end things out here? You know that." Her voice dropped. "You talk like you've been here before." He gave a slight nod. "Long ago." The baby's cries shook the dawn air again. Her knees buckled. She clutched the boot against her chest, rocking. "Why won't it stop?" The stranger whispered. "Because it wants you to remember." Her head snapped up. "Remember what?" He limped closer. The dog didn't move. Her voice cracked sharp. "Stay where you are." He stopped a few paces short, eyes heavy with something she couldn't name. "Open the door," he said. Her hand pressed against the wood. Her breath stuttered. He repeated, low and steady, "Open it." The dog whined softly. Her tears streamed. "And if I do?" The stranger's eyes flicked to the barn, then back. "Then we both face what's inside." The baby's cry turned shrill, desperate. She pressed her forehead to the door. "I can't." The stranger's voice cut blunt. "You already have." The dog barked once loud, breaking the moment. She flinched back, clutching the boot, heart hammering. The stranger's hand hovered near the latch, though he hadn't touched it yet. Her voice broke into a sob. "Who are you to stand here with me?" He stared hard at her. "A man who lost the same as you." The cry inside turned to a long wail, piercing. The board shook under her hand. She whispered, "Then God help us both." The dog rose again, body tense. The stranger's coat shifted, heavy fabric hiding something beneath. His limp dragged as he stepped once more toward the door. Her body pressed harder against it, tears falling. "I won't let you." His eyes burned into hers. "You don't have a choice." The baby cried louder, louder, until it drowned them both. The door gave under her weight with a long, cracking groan. The wood split just enough for her to push through. Her breath caught as the crying swelled sharp, then cut off. Sudden silence. She stumbled inside, clutching the boot tight against her chest. The barn smelled of dust, old hay, and something sour like rusted iron. Light slipped through the gaps in the boards, strips across the floor. No crib, no blanket, no child. Her voice broke out rough. "Where are you?" Only silence. The dog padded in behind her, paws stirring dust. The stranger stayed at the threshold, his face shadowed. She turned in circles, breath ragged. "I heard you." Her voice dropped to a whisper. "I know I did." The dog sniffed the straw, ears twitching. It gave a low whine. The stranger said flatly, "There's nothing." She spun to him, shaking. "Don't you lie. Don't you dare." He shrugged one shoulder. "Look for yourself." She kicked through the straw, tearing her hands through it. Dust rose, clung to her face, stung her throat. Nothing. Her knees hit the dirt. She pressed her fists into the ground. "No." The stranger's limp echoed soft as he stepped further in. Sometimes grief makes sounds. Her head snapped up. "You think I'm mad?" He stared back, steady. "I think you're hearing what you lost." Her throat burned. "I lost him, not a child." The barn groaned. Boards shifted, slow. Then a voice, low, graveled, from the far dark corner. Her name. Her whole body froze. The boots slipped from her hands, hitting the dirt with a dull thud. The stranger stiffened. The dog whined again. She whispered, "No." The voice came again, louder, calling her name. She staggered to her feet, eyes wide. "That's him." The stranger's jaw tightened. "Don't." Her tears spilled fast. "That's his voice. I know it." She stepped toward the corner. The dog growled, blocking her path, tail stiff. She shoved at it weakly. "Move. I have to." The voice cut through again. "Come here," she sobbed, clutching her face. "I buried you. How are you?" Her breath hitched. "How are you speaking?" The stranger said slowly. "It ain't him," she snapped, wild. "You don't know." The barn trembled with the sound of the name again. Louder now. Her knees gave. She collapsed into the straw. "I hear you. I swear I hear you." The stranger stepped closer, limp dragging. His voice was blunt. "That's not your husband. That's what grief does." Her head shook hard. "That's his voice. I'd know it anywhere." The dog barked sharp, teeth flashing. The voice called again. Clear. Demanding. She screamed back, raw. "I'm here." The echo bounced off the walls, thin and hollow. The stranger's hand clamped on her shoulder. She spun on him, eyes wild. "Let me go." He held her steady, his voice flat. "You think if it was real, he'd wait for you in the dark, in a barn?" Her sobs tore out. "I don't care. I just need him back." The barn fell silent again, heavy, watching. Her whisper cracked. "Say it again, please." No sound came, only the creak of the roof beams. She clawed at the dirt. "Don't stop. Please don't stop." The stranger crouched low despite his limp. His face was close, eyes dark. "He's gone." "That's true." Her voice broke into a whisper. "Then why do I hear him?" The dog pressed against her side, warm, solid. The stranger said, "Because the dead don't leave clean. They stay where blood is spilled." Her tears streaked through dust. "You talk like you know." He looked away. "I do." The barn moaned again. Her name whispered softly, drawn out. Her whole body shuddered. She reached into the dark corner, hands trembling. "I'm here. I'm here." Nothing but straw. Her palms scraped dirt, empty. She crumpled forward, face against the earth. Her sobs were muffled. "Don't leave me again." The stranger pulled her up by the arms. "Enough." She fought him weakly, voice raw. "I heard him." He gritted his teeth. "You heard the land. You heard what it keeps." The dog barked once, loud. Dust fell from the rafters. Her eyes lifted. In the shadows above, nothing but boards and emptiness. The voice didn't return, only her own breathing, sharp and broken. She sagged against the stranger's grip, whispering. It was him. He shook his head, blunt. "Number it was what you needed." Her chest caved, sobs breaking through. The dog pushed its muzzle into her hand. She clutched it, shaking. Her voice came small. "What if I can't tell the difference anymore?" The stranger said nothing. His silence cut deeper than words. She picked the boot from the dirt, holding it close. "He was calling me." "I know he was." The stranger stared at the door. "Then you better decide if you'll answer." The barn fell still again. Dust floating, boards creaking soft. She whispered her husband's name once more. No reply came. Her tears blurred the world. She sank to her knees, clutching the boot, rocking slowly. The stranger's shadow stretched long over her. The dog sat, ears pricked, eyes fixed on the dark corner. Her whisper broke like a prayer. "I'll come if you call again. I swear it." The barn answered only with silence. The rattle of spurs came before the voice. Morning light spilled across the yard as the sheriff rode slow, reins loose in one hand. His horse snorted, hooves kicking up dust. The stranger stood back, arms crossed, limp heavy in his stance. The dog sat at the barn door, muzzle low, boot clamped once more in its jaws. The sheriff slid down, boots grinding dirt. He tugged at his belt, eyes squinting at her. "Got word you were screaming half the night." She clutched the boot against her chest, breath ragged. "You sent him?" She jerked her chin toward the stranger. The sheriff shook his head. "He came for me, said you lost your wits." Her voice cut sharp. "I heard a baby." The sheriff smirked, dry. "You've been hearing plenty since your man died." Her throat burned. "Don't mock me." He stepped closer, spurs clinking. "Then stop acting like a ghost is raising hell in your barn." The dog growled, teeth flashing. The sheriff froze mid-step, eyes flicking down. The boot dangled from the dog's mouth, leather cracked dark with old stains. His face drained pale. She caught it. "You know it." He swallowed hard, jaw twitching. "Where'd you get that?" Her voice shook. "The dog brought it." He turned to the stranger. "Is that true?" The man's voice was flat. "I saw it with my own eyes." The sheriff's gaze hardened. "That boot was buried," she snapped. "So you admit it's his." The sheriff's lips pressed thin. "It ain't possible." She stepped forward, trembling. "You told me I couldn't see him. You told me he burned, said there was nothing left but ash. You handed me one boot and a folded flag. But here's the other. Right here." The sheriff's eyes darted, restless. "Let it go." Her voice rose sharp. "Tell me the truth." The dog growled deeper, pressing the boot against the dirt like a warning. The sheriff's hand twitched near his holster. "Call that beast off?" The stranger cut in, voice steady. "You're scared, Sheriff." The sheriff turned on him. "Shut your mouth." The man didn't flinch. "Scared 'cause you know where that boot's been." The sheriff's voice cracked loud. "Enough." Silence fell heavy. Even the barn seemed to hold its breath. She whispered, broken. "You lied to me." The sheriff's face pinched. "I did what had to be done." Her tears blurred the morning light. "Why?" His jaw clenched tight. "Your husband got himself in things too heavy. Things I couldn't clean with a coffin alone." Her chest heaved. "You buried him wrong." The sheriff's eyes flicked to the barn. "Better wrong than not at all." The baby's cry wailed again, sudden and sharp, echoing through the boards. The sheriff jerked, eyes wide. "What the hell was that?" She pointed at the barn. "What I told you." His face drained whiter. "No." The dog barked once, sharp, boot still locked in its teeth. The sheriff stepped back, shaking his head. "Ain't real. Just her grief bleeding into sound." She screamed at him. "Say it's not real again." The cry came louder, shriller, filling the yard. The sheriff staggered back. "God almighty." The stranger's voice cut low. "You hear it now." The sheriff's hand trembled near his gun. "It's a trick. Always been tricked in this land." She stepped toward him, face wet. "Whose trick?" "Yours." The sheriff's throat worked. He muttered, almost to himself. "I buried him. I know I did." Her voice broke sharp. "Then what's crying in there?" The sheriff's silence was enough. The dog growled again, pacing tight near the door. The stranger said, "You covered it up, didn't you?" The sheriff barked back, "You shut your cursed mouth." But his eyes wouldn't meet hers. She whispered, voice shaking, "Tell me what you did." The sheriff's hand went to his badge, fingers gripping the tarnished metal. His knuckles whitened. "Your man crossed the governor. There wasn't no saving him. Not for me. Not for anyone." Her knees buckled. "So you killed him." The sheriff shook his head fast. "Number, I just watched it happen." "That's worse." Her chest cracked with sobs. The baby cried louder, shrill enough to make the boards rattle. The sheriff's face twisted. He shouted at the barn, "Shut it! Ain't nothing in there!" The dog snarled, barking fiercely. The sound cut the sheriff off. He stepped back again, sweating. "That sound ain't human." She held the boot high, screaming at him. "This is." The sheriff's eyes locked on it. His lips trembled. The stranger's voice came low, steady. "Truth's crawling out, Sheriff. You can't stop it." The sheriff ripped his badge from his chest, throwing it in the dirt. His voice cracked. "You don't know what it cost me to keep this town safe." Her tears dripped onto the leather in her hands. Safe for who? The sheriff's silence said everything. The baby's cries swelled again, filling every crack of the barn. The dog stood stiff. Boot clamped, tail rigid. The sheriff backed toward his horse. His voice broke thin. "Burn it. Burn the whole place down." She screamed back, raw. "You'll burn with it." The sheriff froze. His eyes flicked between her, the stranger, and the barn. His face is pale, hollow. The baby wailed one last time, piercing, before cutting to silence. The sheriff whispered, almost praying, "Lord, forgive me." He turned, stumbling for his horse, spurs jangling wild. The dog barked, fierce, chasing him off. She clutched the boot against her chest, falling to her knees. He knows. He knows what he did. The stranger's limp carried him closer, voice flat. "And now you know, too." She sobbed into the leather, rocking. "Then what's left for me?" The dog sat beside her, eyes locked on the barn. The boards creaked. A whisper rose faint, her name carried in a voice she knew too well. Her sob caught sharp. She whispered back, "I hear you." The fire snapped low, shadows shaking along the walls. She sat hunched near the hearth, the boot placed on the stones where the light could catch it. The dog lay pressed to her leg, head on its paws, eyes half open but watching. The stranger sat across from her, coat still on, hat tipped low. His limp had slowed him, but he hadn't left. Her voice cracked first. "Why are you still here?" He didn't look up. "Same reason you are, waiting," she scoffed, bitter. "Waiting for what? More lies?" His eyes lifted steady. "Truth." She clenched her jaw. Truth already came. The sheriff proved it. He leaned forward, elbows on knees. "Sheriff's a liar," she snapped. "And you're not?" His voice cut blunt. "Not to you." The dog's ears twitched. She stroked its head, hand shaking. "You talk like you know me." He said nothing. Her voice sharpened. "Answer me." His gaze flicked to the boot. "I knew your husband." Her breath froze. "How?" He stared at the flames. "We worked together before the governor got his claws in." Her hand gripped the dog's fur tight. "You're lying." He shook his head. "That sheriff buried the wrong truth, and you've been living in the shadow of it." Her tears burned. "I buried my man myself." His eyes snapped to hers. "Number you buried what they handed you." She shot up, voice breaking. "Don't you dare!" The dog rose too, growling low in his chest. The stranger held her stare. "You feel it, else you wouldn't hear him calling." She pressed her fists to her temples. "It's grief. That's all it is." His voice dropped low. "Then why does the dog guard the barn?" The flames popped, sparks leaping. Her breath shook. "I don't know." He leaned closer. "You do." She pointed at him, voice sharp. "You come here limping, hiding under a coat, and think I'll trust you?" He didn't blink. "I came because I heard the same cries." She laughed, bitter. "Or you knew I'd be desperate enough to believe them." His jaw tightened. "You think I'd waste my night in this house just to fool a widow?" Her tears slipped fast. "You men always find reasons." His face hardened. "Not this time." The dog barked once, sharp, echoing against the walls. They both froze. The boot slid slightly on the stones as if nudged by unseen hands. Her breath hitched. "You saw that." The stranger nodded once. "It ain't over," she whispered. "It never is." The fire hissed. She sank back into her chair, clutching her knees. "Tell me what you know." He hesitated. "You won't like it." Her eyes glistened. "I already don't." He leaned back, voice flat. "Your husband wasn't burned. The sheriff lied. The governor's men took him, made an example out of him." Her sob cracked sharp. "No." The dog whined, pressing closer to her leg. She stared at the boot, voice trembling. "Then whose bones did I bury?" The stranger's silence answered. She slammed her fist against the chair arm. "Tell me." He looked away. "Someone else. The sheriff's done that before. Keeps the town quiet." Her voice rose ragged. "He handed me a coffin of lies." The stranger's tone cut cold. "He always does." She turned on him, eyes burning. "And you watched." His jaw worked. "I was there when they dragged him off. Couldn't stop it. The governor's word was law." Her breath broke into sobs. "You let him die." His voice cracked. "I barely lived by myself." The fire hissed again. The dog barked, once, short. She wiped her face hard. "So why now? Why come crawling here?" He met her eyes, steady. "Because something's stirring. And you need the truth before it swallows you whole." She whispered, "You think I can't feel it?" The dog growled again, low, ears pricked toward the barn. Her eyes darted to the window. It's still out there. The stranger's voice dropped low. And it won't stop calling till you answer. She hugged herself tight, rocking once. I can't. If I open that door again, I won't come back out. He said, steady. Then you'll never know what they hid from you. Her head snapped to him. And what's that? The fire popped loud, breaking the silence. He whispered, that death doesn't always mean gone. Her chest shook. She turned her face away. Stop! The dog whined again, pawing against her knee. The stranger leaned forward, voice sharp. You want vengeance, don't you? For what they did. Her voice cut hoarse. I want peace. He shook his head. Peace doesn't come till the guilty fall. She glared at him, raw. And you think you're the one to bring it? His eyes burned. With you, maybe. Her tears streaked her cheeks. She whispered, or maybe you're just another liar in the dark. The dog barked once more, fierce, silencing them both. The boot tipped over on the stones, landing heavy. She stared at it, whispering, he's still with me. The stranger's voice was quiet now. Then listen closely. The fire sank low, shadows swallowing the walls. The dog lay back down, tail stiff, eyes fixed on the door. She wiped her face, breathing hard. If the sheriff lied, he'll pay. The stranger nodded once. Then we agreed. Her gaze held him, wary, broken. Don't make me regret it. His eyes didn't leave hers. I won't. The fire cracked again, sparks leaping. Silence settled heavily, waiting for whatever came next. The night air pressed cold as she carried the boot across the yard. The fire behind her had burned low, the dog at her heel, the stranger following slow with his limp dragging in the dirt. She didn't speak until the field opened wide. This way, his voice came steady. Where? The well. He said nothing more, only kept his steps behind hers. The dog trotted close, ears flicking at every sound. The boot swung heavy in her grip. When they reached the circle of stones, she stopped. The well sat dark, ringed by weeds. Moss clung to the rocks, damp with night. She whispered, he dug this with his own hands. The stranger's voice was low. I remember. Her head snapped to him. You remember. He nodded once. Helped him haul stone. Her throat closed. Then you knew him. I told you. Her tears stung. You didn't tell me enough. The dog padded close to the stones, sniffing. It whined once, sharp. She set the boot on the edge of the well. Her fingers lingered on the cracked leather. He swore it'd never go dry. The stranger's eyes stayed on her. What do you think now? She bent, picked up a stone from the dirt. Her hand shook. That he was wrong. She dropped it in. Silence. No splash. No echo. Just the swallowing dark. Her breath caught. Gone. The stranger shifted, voice tight. Deeper than sound. She turned on him fast. What's down there? He didn't answer. Her voice cut sharper. You know. He looked at the stones, jaw tight. I know what was put there. Her knees weakened. Say it. The dog growled low, circling the stones. The stranger's words came blunt. Bodies. Her face went pale. Whose? Men that crossed the governor. Some women, too. She staggered back, clutching her chest. Not him. The stranger's eyes flicked to the boot. Maybe him. Her cry broke raw. Don't. The dog barked once, fierce. The sound echoed into the night, but the well gave nothing back. She dropped to her knees at the edge, peering down. Only blackness. If he's down there, I'll bring him up. The stranger limped closer. You won't. Her voice snapped. I will. You can't. Her hands clutched the stone rim, knuckles white. You think I'll let him rot with the governor's trash? The stranger's tone hardened. It's not just trash. It's cursed. Everyone thrown down there stays tied. She looked up at him, tears streaking. Then that's why I hear him. The stranger's silence was enough. She pressed her face to her hands. I thought I was mad, but he's calling from here. The baby's cry pierced again, faint, carried on the night wind. Her head shot up. She whispered, You hear that? The stranger's eyes narrowed. It ain't a baby. Her body shook. Then what is it? He stepped closer, voice grim. The well doesn't just keep bodies, it keeps voices, screams, last words. Her tears spilled fast. Then he's trapped. The dog barked again, pawing the stones. She reached for the boot, hugging it close. I'll pull him out. Somehow. The stranger's hand clamped her arm. Don't. She jerked free. Don't touch me. His voice rose. You'll kill yourself if you try. Her sob cut sharp. Then let it take me too. The stranger stared hard, face shadowed. That's what it wants. She shook her head, broken. He dug it for water, not for this. The stranger's eyes burned. That's why it's cursed. What's built for life always ends in death here. Her cry rose to the night. You talk like the land itself is wicked, he whispered. Sometimes it is. The well gave a groan, deep and hollow. Stones shifted faintly. Her stomach twisted. She whispered, It hurt us. The dog snarled, teeth bared. The stranger grabbed her shoulder again, harder. We leave now. She shoved him back, wild. Not till I hear him again. The boot slipped from her arms, landing on the rim, teetering. She lunged, catching it fast, clutching it close. Her voice cracked. I won't lose him twice. The stranger's eyes locked on her, voice blunt. Then you better be ready for what you find. The baby's cry rose again, sharper, echoing across the stones. Her body stiffened. That's him. The stranger's voice snapped. Number, that's the well. She screamed back at the dark. Say my name again. Silence. Her sobs racked her chest. Don't stop. Please don't stop. The stranger's limp dragged as he turned away. He's gone. She clutched the boot, rocking on her knees. Not to me. The dog pressed close against her side, warm, steady. She whispered, broken. I'll wait right here till I hear him again. The well swallowed her words, gave nothing back. She woke to smoke, bitter, sharp, filling her lungs. Her eyes flew open, catching the orange glow spilling through the window. The barn, she whispered. She stumbled barefoot into the yard. Flames clawed high into the night. The barn swallowed whole in fire. Sparks leapt into the black sky. The baby's cry pierced through the roar. High, terrified, her body lurched forward. No! The dog slammed into her legs, knocking her to the dirt. She shoved at it, wild. Let me go! The dog growled, heavy, pressing her down. She screamed over the flames. There's a child in there. The stranger appeared from the dark, his limp dragging, face lit by fire. Stay back! She clawed at the dirt, kicking free of the dog. I'm going in. He caught her arm, voice sharp. You'll burn alive. She wrenched away, sobbing. It's crying! The flames cracked louder, boards collapsing inside. The cry rose shrill, like it came from the center of the blaze. She screamed, tearing at her hair. I can't leave it! The dog lunged again, teeth gripping her sleeve, dragging her back. She fought it, voice breaking. Let me go, damn you! The stranger's voice cut hard. There's nothing to save. Her eyes burned with tears. You hear it. Don't tell me you don't. His face twisted. I hear it, but it ain't alive. She shoved him wild. Liar! The barn roof groaned, then caved with a roar. Sparks rained down, scattering across the dirt. The cry shrieked again, piercing. She clawed forward on her knees. Mama's here. Hold on! The dog threw its weight against her chest, pinning her to the ground. Its growl shook her bones. She pounded her fists against the earth. Get off me! The stranger grabbed her wrists, forcing her still. Look at it! It's gone! She twisted, screaming in his face. I won't lose another! His voice cracked raw. You already did! The flames spat louder, the heat scorching. The cry inside choked, faltered, then split into silence. She froze. Her breath caught sharp. Number, no, no, no. The dog eased back, panting hard. She crawled forward, reaching for the fire, as if she could pull it open with her bare hands. Her sobs tore from her throat. Give it back! The stranger yanked her back. Again. It wasn't real. She struck at his chest. Then why can I still hear it? The barn beams collapsed, sparks scattering. Ash spiraled upward, carried by the wind. The baby's voice rose once more, faint, drawn thin through smoke. Her head snapped up, eyes wide. You hear that? The stranger's face went pale. He whispered, God help us. She staggered to her feet, voice hoarse. It's trapped. The dog barked fiercely, circling them, ears flat against its skull. The stranger's shout cut sharp. It's the fire playing tricks. Her voice broke. No fire ever called my name. The flames roared louder, boards split, sparks flying. The cry came again, clear, like a newborn's first breath. She screamed, lunging toward the blaze. The dog leapt, slamming her to the dirt once more. Her body shook beneath its weight. Tears streaked through soot. "Let me go. I'll save it." The dog's growl rumbled deep, holding her down. The stranger knelt beside her, face grim. "Listen to me. If you go in there, you die. And still, there'll be nothing left." Her sobs tore through her. "I hear it. I swear I heard it." The flames crackled, smoke curling high into the stars. The cry weakened, breaking into small hiccups. Then silence again. Her body went limp. She whispered, broken, "It's gone." The dog released her, stepping back. She rolled onto her side, staring at the barn as it caved inward. Ash and sparks rained down, painting the night with fire. Her voice came hollow. "I couldn't save it." The stranger's voice cut flat. There was nothing to save. Her tears blurred everything. "Then why do I feel like I killed it?" The dog lay beside her, pressing close, steady and silent. The flames devoured the last of the roof, the barn reduced to a skeleton of glowing beams. The stranger whispered, almost to himself. The sheriff was right about one thing. Some things should have stayed buried. Her head snapped toward him, eyes fierce through tears. "Don't you dare take his side." The stranger's face hardened. "I'm not. I'm saying this is bigger than him. Bigger than me. Bigger than you." Her hands dug into the dirt. "Then what's left for me?" The baby's voice rose once more, softer than before, carried in the smoke. She bolted upright, clutching the air. "There, you hear it?" The stranger turned away, face pale. "It ain't a baby. It's a memory. Fire always frees memory." Her chest heaved. "Then let it burn me too." The dog barked sharp, breaking her words. The barn collapsed in a final roar, sparks flying into the sky. Only ash remained, drifting, falling slow. Silence. She dropped her head to her knees, clutching the dog's fur. "All I wanted was to hold it." The stranger's limp carried him back toward the house. His voice trailed, hard and low. "You'd best decide soon. Grief'll eat you the same as fire." She rocked in the dirt, whispering to the ash. "Say my name again, please." The night gave nothing back but the crackle of dying embers. Ash still floated in the air when the sheriff rode back. The barn lay in blackened ribs, smoke curling up into the gray dawn. She stood in the dirt, soot streaking her face. The boot clutched to her chest. The dog pressed against her leg, steady as stone. The sheriff swung off his horse, eyes fixed on the ruins. His voice was low, hard. "Don't say it." Her throat tightened. "Say what?" He glared at her, jaw stiff. "His name." Her tears burned hot. "You mean the governor's?" The sheriff snapped sharp. "Shut your mouth." The stranger stepped from the shadows, limp, dragging, coat still heavy on his shoulders. His voice cut blunt. "She deserves to know." The sheriff spun on him. "You keep out of this." The man's eyes stayed locked on hers. "It was the governor's men who took him. You know that now." Her body shook. "All this time." The sheriff barked. "Not another word." She turned on him, fierce. "You lied to me from the start." He shouted back, voice cracking. "To keep you alive." The dog growled deep, teeth flashing. The stranger's voice stayed low, steady. "You buried a lie so the governor could keep his grip." The sheriff knows it. Her breath came fast, ragged. "Tell me the truth." The sheriff's face twisted. "Truth'll get you killed." She stepped closer, eyes burning through tears. "So be it." The sheriff's silence cut deeper than any blade. The stranger said, flat, "Your husband crossed the governor, and the governor made sure no one forgot what happens when you do." Her chest heaved. "Then he murdered him." The sheriff muttered, almost to himself. "Justice done by power ain't called murder." Her voice rose sharp. "Call it what it is." The dog barked once, loud, snapping the air. The sheriff pointed at the ruins, trembling. "You speak his name, and you'll call down worse than fire." Her eyes didn't leave his. "Then why are you so afraid of a dead man's wife?" His jaw clenched, lips pressed tight. The stranger stepped closer, his limp dragging. "Because the governor still watches. Even now." The sheriff spat in the dirt, bitter. "Do you think saying his name changes anything?" "It doesn't. He owns the land, the law, the graves." Her tears streamed, but her voice came steady. "He doesn't own me." The sheriff's face drained pale. The baby's cry echoed faintly, carried in the smoke. Her head snapped toward the ruins. "There." The sheriff staggered back, whispering, "Lord help us." The stranger's eyes narrowed. "That's his doing. Governors. He bound the dead to silence. Now they cry through fire and ash. She clutched the boot tighter. Then I'll break it. I'll say his name. The sheriff lunged forward, grabbing her arm. Don't you dare. She ripped free, voice fierce. What's left to lose? The dog barked, circling them both, hackles raised. The stranger's words came sharp. She has a right to it. More than either of us. The sheriff turned on him, shouting. You think you're brave? You weren't there when they made us kneel. The man's eyes hardened. I was there. I'm still kneeling. Silence cracked between them. The ruins hissed, wood collapsing in smoke. She whispered, hoarse, say it. The sheriff shook his head hard. No. She screamed at him raw. Say his name. The baby's cry rose again, piercing, twisting the air. The sheriff clutched his badge, knuckles white. Governor Holt. The name cut like a blade through the smoke. She froze. Tears welled, chest heaving. Holt. The baby's voice wailed once more, then fell silent. The sheriff dropped his badge into the ash. Now you've doomed us all. The stranger stepped closer, voice low. Number now it begins. Her whisper shook. He killed my husband. The sheriff whispered back, hollow. And many more. Her body swayed, clutching the boot to her chest. Then he'll answer me. The sheriff's face hardened. You'll never reach him. Her eyes glistened fierce. Watch me. The dog barked again, sharp, like it heard the vow. Smoke curled higher, the ruins hissing, silence pressing close. The stranger whispered, the name's loose now. It won't go back. The sheriff's voice cracked. Then God help us all. She stood firm, eyes on the smoking barn, her voice steady, cutting through the dawn. Governor Holt, you hear me? I'm coming. The dog moved first, nose to the ground, tail stiff, step steady. She followed, the boot clutched tight in her arms. The stranger limped after, his breath ragged, coat dragging in the weeds. Dawn hung gray and cold. The sheriff had not returned. The dog led them through the thickets, down a path choked with brush. Her voice came low, breaking the silence. Where's it taking us? The stranger said, flat. Where the dead wait. Her throat tightened. You mean well? He shook his head. Another place. The path opened into a wide field. Grass rose high, wild and uncut. Wooden crosses leaned at odd angles, half rotten, some fallen flat in the dirt. Names carved rough into the wood, many too weathered to read. Her breath caught. Graves. The dog trotted between them, weaving, stopping at one leaning cross. It sat crooked, fresh earth mounded beneath. She stepped closer, heart pounding. No. The name was clear, cut deep and recent. Her husband's. Her knees buckled. It can't be. The stranger's limp carried him close. He stared at the carving, jaw tight. Too new. Her tears blurred the letters. She whispered, he's already buried. The stranger said slowly, not here. She turned on him, fierce. Then what's this? He looked at the cross. A lie. Same as the coffin they gave you. Her breath shook. Who put it here? The dog whined, pawing at the dirt. She clutched the boot to her chest, whispering, he's not at rest. The stranger's voice came sharp. None of them are. She looked around. Cross after cross stretched out, rows lost in weeds. Her voice cracked. How many? Too many, he said. She stumbled forward, brushing dirt from another cross. The name is gone, weathered away. She sobbed, whispering, all forgotten. The dog barked once, sharp, breaking her grief. She spun back to the fresh cross with his name. Her hands shook as she gripped it. They carved this for me to find. The stranger's voice cut steady. To remind you. Her eyes burned through tears. Of what? That he belongs to them. Her scream ripped from her throat. He belongs to me. Her fists slammed the wood. It splintered, tilting further. The dog growled, circling the mound. The stranger's words came slowly. The sheriff said he was burned. The governor said nothing. But this is their truth. She clutched her hair, voice breaking. Why would they bury him twice? The stranger's eyes narrowed, because the first time didn't hold. Her body shook. Then he's not dead. The stranger stared at the mound. Or not fully. Her tears streaked through dirt on her cheeks. Say what you mean. He limped closer, crouching by the mound. The governor keeps his enemies half dead, buried in shadow, not on earth, bound. Her voice cracked. Bound where? The stranger's silence was enough. The baby's cry echoed faint across the field, carried by the wind. Her head shot up. You hear it? The dog barked, ears pricked, nose to the ground. The stranger's voice came rough. It doesn't belong to a child. It belongs to the buried. Her knees sank to the dirt before the mound. She pressed her forehead to the wood. If you're here, call again. Only silence. She clawed at the earth with her bare hands, ripping grass and dirt. I'll dig you out. The stranger grabbed her wrist firm. Don't, she thrashed, sobbing. Let me. His voice cracked. You'll only find bones, or worse. The dog barked again, pacing the field. She screamed at him, voice raw. I can't live not knowing. The stranger pulled her back, holding her tight. That's what they want. Her sobs shook her whole body. Then why put his name here? To break you, he said. To remind you their power runs deeper than your grief. She shoved free, wild. Then I'll break them first. Her eyes blazed through tears. Governor Holt put him here. The sheriff helped. They'll pay. The stranger nodded once grim. That's the truth. The baby's cry came again, closer, from between the graves. She spun, eyes wide, clutching the boot. Where are you? She shouted. The sound twisted, fading, swallowed by the weeds. Her chest heaved. She whispered, It's him. The stranger's jaw tightened. That's all of them. The field swayed in the wind. Crosses creaked, wood groaning like voices. Her tears streamed as she stumbled back. They're all calling. The stranger's eyes burned. And they won't stop until the governor falls. The dog barked once more, sharp and final. She turned back to the cross with her husband's name, her voice hoarse but steady. Then I'll start with him. The stranger said nothing, but his silence carried the weight of agreement. The field stood still, grave after grave, watching, waiting. She pressed her palm against the carved name, whispering through her tears. I'll come for you. I swear it. The wind rose, rattling the crosses, carrying her vow across the field. The night stretched long, heavy with the weight of graves. She stumbled back through the fields, the dog close at her heel, the stranger limping behind. Her chest burned with each breath, the boot heavy in her arms. At the porch steps, she froze. A sound, faint, fragile, the cry again. Her head snapped up. It wasn't coming from the fields, not from the ashes, not from the well. It was here, close. Her breath shook. No. The dog whined low, tail stiff. She climbed the steps slowly. There, on the porch boards, lay a bundle wrapped in cloth. Small. Still. Her body jolted. Dear God! She dropped to her knees, hands trembling as she pulled the cloth back. A face, pale, soft. A baby. Its chest rose with shallow breaths, alive, but its eyes stayed closed, lips silent. Her hands shook worse. It's real. The dog sniffed the bundle, then sat back, watching. The stranger reached the porch, his limp dragging heavy on the boards. His voice was flat. It shouldn't be here. She glared up at him, tears streaming. It's flesh, warm, breathing. He shook his head. That doesn't make it yours. Her arms pulled the bundle close. It's mine now. He pointed at the ground. Look. Beside the baby, the boot lay in the dirt. Same leather, cracked and dark. Her stomach twisted. Not again. The stranger's voice cut sharp. It's tied to him. She pressed her cheek to the baby's head, whispering, Number no. It's just a child. The baby stirred, but made no sound. The stranger said, It's a trick. Her eyes flared. Or it's a gift. The dog barked once, loud, making them both freeze. She rocked the baby, whispering fiercely, I won't let you take this from me. Not you. Not him. Not the sheriff. Not the governor. The stranger's jaw tightened. You don't know what you're holding. She whispered, I know enough. The baby's tiny fingers curled around her own. Her tears broke fast, falling. Onto the cloth. The stranger stepped back, limp dragging. Then God help you. She kissed the child's head, whispering through her sobs, He won't take you from me again. The dog lay down at her feet, eyes fixed on the boot beside the bundle. She rocked the child against her chest, staring out into the dark. Her voice came steady now, low but fierce. If this is a curse, I'll carry it. If it's a trick, I'll fight it. If it's a miracle, I'll guard it. The night gave nothing back but silence. The lantern burned low. Shadows stretched across the kitchen walls. She sat at the table, the baby cradled in a basket between them. The sheriff sat stiff, badge gone but gun still at his side. The stranger leaned forward, limp legs stretched out, eyes locked on the sheriff. The air was heavy, tight as rope. She broke it first. "Tell me what you did to him." The sheriff's jaw clenched. "You don't want it said." She slammed her hand flat on the table. "Say it." The baby stirred, but stayed quiet. The dog lay in the doorway, growling low. The sheriff's voice was hard. "Your husband crossed Holt, stood in front of men who don't hear no." Her breath shook. "So, you killed him," he snapped back. "I watched him die. Difference." The stranger cut in, sharp. "You held the rope." The sheriff's eyes burned. "And you didn't?" The man's jaw tightened. "I tried to cut it." Her chest heaved. "Stop, both of you." The sheriff leaned closer, voice low. He screamed her name. "You think I forgot?" Her whole body froze. "What?" The sheriff's eyes fell to the baby. He begged Holt to spare her, said take him instead. Tears blurred her vision. "And you let them." His hand hit the table. "What choice did I have? The governor's word was law." The stranger's voice cracked. "Law doesn't mean right," the sheriff barked, bitter. "It means living." She stared between them, broken. "And what about me? You left me with lies." The sheriff's silence was heavy. She whispered, fierce, "You profited." His face twitched. "The badge kept me breathing. That's enough profit." The stranger leaned closer. "And Holt paid you more." The sheriff's lips pressed tight. He said nothing. The dog barked once, sharp. She rose from her chair, voice shaking with rage. "You sold him out, both of you." The stranger's eyes met hers. "Not me." She pointed at him, trembling. "Then why show up now? Why limp into my yard the night his cries came back?" His silence was answer enough. Her hand slammed the table again. "All of you used him." The baby stirred, tiny fists clenching. The sheriff's voice cracked low. "We buried him to save ourselves." Her sob broke raw, "and left me with nothing." The stranger's eyes stayed hard on the sheriff. "She's got the truth now. And a child. That's more than you left her." The yeed sheriff rose halfway from his chair, face pale. "That child ain't right." Her arms swept the basket close, holding the baby to her chest. "It's mine now, and no man will take it." The sheriff's hand hovered at his gun. The dog snarled. Her voice cut sharp through the tension. "You both want judgment? It starts here, at this table." Silence pressed in, heavy as stone. The lantern guttered low, shadows long across the kitchen walls. The baby lay in the basket on the table, wrapped in cloth, chest rising soft and steady. The dog curled at her feet, head resting on its paws, eyes fixed on the men. The sheriff sat rigid, hands flat on the wood, face pale. His badge lay forgotten on the floor. The stranger pulled at his coat, slow, heavy, laying it across the chair. His limp eased as he settled, eyes locked on the sheriff. No one spoke first. Finally, she whispered, voice rough. "It ends tonight." The sheriff's jaw worked. "Not by your word." Her hand slid over the basket, shielding the baby. "By his. By what he left behind." The stranger leaned forward. "She's right. You ran from the truth too long." The sheriff's lips tightened. "Truth doesn't keep a town alive." Her voice cut sharp. "Truth keeps a soul alive." The baby stirred, fingers curling in the cloth. The sheriff glanced down, uneasy. "That thing ain't right," she snapped. "It's mine now." His hand twitched toward his gun. The dog growled low, teeth flashing. The stranger's voice was blunt. "Draw, and it ends here." Silence held. The sheriff's hand pulled back, slow. She leaned closer across the table, eyes burning. "You buried him wrong. Lied to me. Lied to the ground itself." The sheriff said nothing. The stranger added, "And for what? Holt's silver? His words?" The sheriff's voice cracked. "For breathing." She spat the words. "Coward's breath." The baby whimpered, a small sound breaking the tension. Her hand smoothed the cloth, whispering, "Hush now. It's almost over." The sheriff's eyes glistened. He muttered, "You think Holt will let you keep it?" She met his stare. "He can't take what already belongs to the dead." The dog shifted, pressing against her feet. The stranger's voice cut through. "Say it, Sheriff. Admit it before the fire goes cold." The sheriff's face sagged, lines deep. "We let him hang. I held the rope. Holt watched, and when it was done, I buried a stranger in his place." Her breath tore sharp, "and left me with ash." His eyes dropped. "Yes." The baby stirred again, lips parting. A cry slipped out. Thin, high, alive. Her tears fell fast. She leaned over the basket, whispering through sobs, "It's over." The stranger leaned back, coat gone, face drawn. The sheriff slumped in his chair, silent, hollow. The dog lay still, tail flicking once, then quiet. The baby's cry faded into hiccups, then silence. She held the basket close, whispering again, steady this time, "It's over." The house gave nothing back but quiet. The circle closed.